back to what I was saying, you can have a low mode at a quarter lumen like this if you turn it into a 3-mode light. So yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the quarter lumen. I'm hardly ever going to use this. Even in a darkened room, it's just not enough light for me. If I was trying to be ultra covert or something like that, yeah, but this isn't really a tactical light, it's a task light. Now I could see, you know, doing a little night light with this on it in a tent at a quarter lumen. I don't know, let me try to darken things here a little bit. You can see kind of makes a nice soft glow, which is kind of nice, but yeah, it's very limited usefulness for me. Turn that light back on there. Trying to pick the modes and output modes on these little flashlights has been, you know, just an ongoing debate. Originally, the original version, AAA, actually turned on medium first, then went to low, and then went to high, and a lot of people didn't like that. So in later versions, they actually turned on low first. So you know, they've kind of been all over the map as far as that goes, and they're always trying to pick the best thing. This one, we're back to a high mode, a high first, which I know a lot of the Candle Power Forum guys, there was actually a vote asking what people would like, which mode they would like, and a lot of people voted. I think it was 70% wanted a low mode first. Well, here we're back to the Maratac AA REV 2 that starts in high mode first. So, you know, in the case of this light being a quarter lumen low, I'm glad that it actually starts in high first. But if it was a 3-mode light and it started in medium at 15 lumens or 30 lumens or something like that, I think that would actually be ideal. I'm a big fan of the medium first because it gives me just enough light to accomplish small tasks but doesn't run down my battery. If I want to switch to a low mode, I can certainly do that. And then high is kind of like a reserve mode. Obviously in a AAA light like this, you're going to deplete your batteries pretty quickly at a high output, so it's kind of nice to have that at the back end. With the Maratac AA, it's right up front. You get the full 125 lumens right off the bat with this one. So I don't know, I think I kind of liked the mode, the 3-mode with this one a little bit better. This one, of course, started in low mode along with Candle Power Forum members' wishes, and then went to a medium and then a high. I guess that's actually preferable. Now with a 10440 battery, it does bump up that quarter lumen output a bit, and actually makes it partially useful enough that I can use it at night. But again, I don't know if I said 10440. If I did, I meant 14500. That's the lithium ion equivalent, which isn't in here. I've just got an N-loop battery in here right now, which is a 1.2 volt battery. If you're looking for a little bit more output out of these lights without going to a 10 or a 14500, I've been saying 10440 for days now. Without going to a 14500, that's a lithium ion battery. This is a lithium photocell, an L91. If you want a little bit more performance out of this light, you can install an L91 here, and it will be a bit brighter. The low mode, you can see, is a bit brighter as well. With a 14500, it's brighter yet again. Let me go ahead and turn this on low mode, and you can see the difference. So this one has the L91 lithium battery in it. This one has an N-loop battery in it. So a little bit brighter there. Alright, well, I'm thinking about it. I want to let you hear the threads on this. Very smooth. You can see that it's well lubricated here. It's got a good O-ring. The cell is sprung against a little spring in the back, so it's not a crusher type like the CMG. And here's the inside of the head. You can see that that cell's been wearing on that little spot there. Little trick, grab a pencil eraser. Pencil eraser is almost ideal for cleaning the contacts on any of these lights, whether it's a AAA or a AA or a deep-bodied flashlight where there's no way to get to it except for reaching in there with a pencil and cleaning the contact. You can see that it cleans up, looking past the camera here, but it cleans up that little contact very nicely. Look at that. So just a little trick there for you. Very smooth, very clean threads. Alright, let's go get these on a white wall and do some beam shots. We'll take the old one with too. Okay guys, we're looking at the white wall here from about 7 or 8 feet away. In my left hand we've got the REV 1. We're going to turn that past low, medium, high. And in this hand I've got the silver REV 2 with an N-loop cell. Same with this. The REV 1, also an N-loop cell. You can see that one starts right off and high. Look at the difference in corona. Not only is the hotspot tighter, just like they claim, but look at the amount of spill light as compared to the REV 1. The beam is just incredible in this light, and this is just a 1.2 volt N-loop cell. You should see it with a 14500. It's about 250, 275 lumens. I'm not going to do that in this video, but perhaps in the future. But you can see the difference in hotspot working on the exact same cell. So hugely brighter, a lot more throw, and a lot more usable light because of that spill all through here. It just really illuminates the area. Okay, once again on the left side I've got the REV 1 with an N-loop battery in it, and on the right side I've got the black REV 2 with a lithium battery in it, an L91. Here we go. Big, huge difference. You can see that this one actually has a little bit of a ring effect going on with it, and I noticed that the LED in this one is actually perfectly centered as opposed to the silver light, the silver REV 2, where the LED is very slightly off-center, and I think that off-center LED in the silver light is actually smoothing the beam. This one being perfectly in the center of the reflector is actually giving me a little bit of a ring effect. Of course, when you're looking at the ground you don't see that, but on a white wall like this it's pretty apparent. And you can also see that the hot spot itself is brighter in this one and tighter and smaller. This one actually throws a little bit further than the silver one. Okay, this time we've got the silver REV 2 in the left hand over here on an N-loop cell, and in the right hand I've got the black REV 2, and you can see the difference in the rings on this one versus this one. This one's actually got a very smooth beam, but doesn't throw quite as well as this one. You can see that this one is slightly warmer as well. That might be that slight additional voltage that's tinting the LED slightly. But this one's slightly cooler, this one's slightly warmer. So little bit of a difference there between the two. So there's going to be some sample variation, but this one is perfectly centered, this one is not. So that's the difference in the beam that you're seeing. Look at the spill coming out of these lights. Pretty awesome. Great little lights. Okay, we'll do one more thing here, guys. We've got the silver REV 2 with the diffuser on it, and you can see that it actually throws through the diffuser a little bit. It warms the light some, so it's not quite as cool of a color temperature as before. And here's the other light, and you can just kind of see the difference in output there. So of course the diffuser is lighting in all directions, and the non-diffused light, of course, is still centered. Okay guys, we got the beam shots out of the way. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. On a score, I would give this new REV 2 an 8.5. I would probably give it a 9.5 if it was still a 3-mode light. Kind of miss it, but the beam is outstanding. It's waterproof, it's smooth, it's reliable, it's got the improved clip on it, it's got the improved lanyard eyelet on the back. There's just so much about this light that's great. I just think that the quarter lumen is a bit too low for my purposes. You know, there's probably a lot of people out there, especially in candle power forums, that are freaks about the ultra low mode. But, you know, I think I know that crowd pretty well. I'm part of it. And I think a lot of them would say that there's too much of a gap, a quarter lumen all the way up to 125 lumens. So I would like to see a third mode, even if they want to, you know, I don't really care about the order. I would just like to see a third mode. Personally, I like medium, low, high. The Candle Power Forums guys like low, medium, high. So in any case, it's a great light, very versatile, great for emergencies. I mean, AA lights are the most common flashlight battery in use out there. You can use alkaline cells, you can use rechargeable nickel metal hydride cells, you can use lithium cells, and in this light, although it's not warranted for its use, you can even use a lithium ion rechargeable 14500 cell, which is the equivalent of a AA battery but in a lithium ion formula, and that turns this light into just completely something. I'll actually do a throw test where I'll show you this little light throwing about 200 yards on a 14500 cell. That's right, detectable with a video camera at 200 yards with a 14500 cell. So anyhow guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching as always. Hint of condensation in the silver one. Let's check the modes. There's high. Check this one. There's high. Let's break this open. Nice dry battery. No hint of liquid or water in there. Same with this one, a little bit of condensation on the battery. The head's completely dry. A little bit of condensation in the tube, but I don't think that that was water ingressing there. In any case, they came out working with both modes working perfectly. So pretty good results there with the water resistance test.